What's up, YouTube? I got a new toy. I just got in the mail yesterday a small scale Alaskan chainsaw mill. He used to cut lumber out of logs to do it freehand, but it always used to get a little wavy. You know, I could still use it, but it wasn't the prettiest looking boards. But this thing right here makes some nice lumber with a chainsaw. It's Granderson. I think I'm pronouncing it right. You see a lot of them on YouTube, a lot of videos on them. But my chainsaw is only a 16-inch, so this one only goes up to a 20-inch bar. I'll only flip around and show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This one is for a 20-inch bar and under. My chainsaw is only 16 inches, but with this 16-inch bar, I can cut planks up to 12 inches wide. If I can even find logs back there that I can make 12-inch planks. There ain't many around. But I happen to find this dead pine, white pine that blew over. So I'm making some planks out of it because I need some lumber for my goat barn. And so far I cut, I don't know, 7, 8 of them. You can cut one board in 5 minutes, maybe a little more. It doesn't take that long at all. I don't have a ripping chain on my saw, just a regular chain, but I'm cutting pine, as I said. Pine's pretty soft, so it gets right through it. And with this mill, you can cut, I'm cutting 1-inch boards. You can cut all the way up to 13 inches. So I can cut a 13 by 13 beam if I wanted to. 12 inches thick with this. That's pretty nifty. I mean, I guess you can build a house with this chainsaw if you had the trees laying around. But anyway, these are the 1-inch planks I've been cutting, and I also had a nice chunk of 4-foot chunk of cherry that I cut up in the woods, and I cut some 2-inch planks. It was maybe in the winter time. I'm gonna set these in the garage and let them dry. Maybe I can use these in some projects, make a coffee table or some shelves or whatever. Sand them down nice. Get the nice cherry grain come out. And actually, cherries are pretty hardwood. Just with the regular blade, I mean, that chain's pretty sharp. I actually just bought it. It's razor sharp. And went right through this cherry like nothing. No problem at all. And I don't really have a powerful saw. I mean, if you had a more cc's, you'd probably go right through it, no problem. So it's an excellent thing to have. I mean, if you want to make some lumber, you got logs laying around, you want to make some lumber, no doubt about it that thing is definitely worth it. It was $139. I paid $150 with the shipping. I got it from Northern Tools. And I tell you, it was money well spent. This thing is excellent. The only thing I noticed in the beginning when I first started with it was I was getting the boards a little uneven. 1 inch thick, 1 inch, and then maybe a little thinner, or vice versa. I forget what it is. But I think that was due to, when you got your hand on the saw here, you can actually pick up a little bit or let it down too much. So you got to try and keep it at an even level as you go through. As you see, this is like maybe my 8th board that I cut, but this one is actually 2 inches all the way through. So I'm getting better at it as I go on. You get, you work the little kinks out, and it makes some nice lumber. This one right here, actually, I squared off with my circular saw. I think this is like an 11-inch board right here. If I had to go down to the sawmill, guy down the road, I probably got to pay, I don't know, $4, somewhere around there for that board. I just bought this 2x8, 10 foot in Lowe's. That was $10. Could make that board in 5 minutes. And the reason I got this board is because the first cut you make, you got to lay this guy on top of the log, level it out a little bit, screw it down with some screws. Once you make your first cut, you got to make sure you measure so you don't hit the screws. And when you make your first cut, you can take that off, and then you just keep slicing them. There's this guide bars here, this one and the one on the bottom, right on the top of the cut. And then you can adjust your depth to how thick you want the board. And I tell you, the thing works beautiful. No doubt about it. I've been using it for about 2 hours now, and it's great. I should have bought one of these things years ago. Alright, YouTube, I just wanted to give you a little bit of peek at this Grandison or Garrison, I forget, one or the other. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but look them up. See tons of videos out there on them. I think Wrangler Star had a video on them way back when. I was watching one of his in 2010. He had a little bit bigger one. He had probably a bigger bar on his saw. It actually had 2 posts on it. I think once you get past to the bigger size, it has 2 of these posts, one here and one on this end. That would actually make it an even more straight, even cut, because you got 2 of them pinching that bar, and there's going to be no movement. But I think I got the knack of it now. Looks like I'm cutting some pretty evenly cut wood, so I'm going to get back to it and make some more cuts. Alright, YouTube, take it easy.